Rise and shine, it's time for D is for drama. That's drama with the D. She puts the D in drama. Her guest will spill the tea. Tune into D is for drama. If gossip's what you need, it's time for D is for drama. That's drama with the D. D.
I'm your host, Shannon D, and today I am joined by internet guy and hilarious writer on my Upright Citizens Brigade Maude team, Rodeo Baby. Please welcome Mikey McCollor. Or do we go by Michael McCollor?
It's all
I know
good.
professionally.
I think when you type any credits, it's Michael, but when we're
Yes.
interacting and chatting, it's probably
It's
Mikey.
Yeah. Do you have an IMDb?
I don't know.
Because you'll need to eventually.
It'll need to be
decide.
Michael. I've always heard that like Robert De Niro's friends call him Bobby.
Yes.
And it's like that. And it's like the idea of that guy ever being called Bobby is so
Yeah.
foreign to me, but it's because I don't have that relationship with him.
Yeah, Bobby De Niro.
And I think that's how I want to keep it with the
Okay.
fans.
I know, because I think I would be more drawn to the Mikey McCollor because I think it's like a little bit more unique, I guess.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that too. Have you been Mikey your whole life?
I have been Mikey my whole life because
Okay.
my grandfather, I'm technically Michael McCollor II.
Oh.
My grandfather's Michael McCollor I. My uncle is Michael John McCollor. Like he's got a different middle name than us.
Oh.
So my grandpa was always Mike. My uncle was Mickey.
Oh.
And I couldn't be Michael. That just never
Yeah,
tracked.
well, it was already taken.
And exactly, because I don't know if you were aware of this, at my age, every boy is named Michael.
Yes.
Like 90% of boys are named Michael. So I
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
school and
It's a very 90s
immediately
thing.
it was, I had to have something different because I couldn't be Mike K, Mike
No.
P. Like I hate that.
My.
They brought it back in The Bachelor, and I always feel bad for those
Oh,
guys.
I know. I always said I would hate to be on The Bachelor and there'd be another Shannon. Although it would work for me though.
For you, would be really good, actually.
because it would just be Shannon D.
It would be Shannon D. I just feel like you can't win The Bachelor if you're not
No.
the only Alex there.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. You can't. You're one of many.
Yeah.
You're just a sea of
Yeah.
blonde hair.
Guy, she's looking for the one.
Yes.
All right. You can't be one of two.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, speaking of your grandfather, growing up, you guys basically had your own podcast called Gossip with Grandpa.
Boy, did we. Yeah, we did. It was simultaneously wildly inappropriate. It was like when I was too young for this, I was spending a lot of time with my grandparents.
Mhm.
To this day, my favorite people that have ever existed, my grandpa and grandma.
I hear that.
And yeah, he just told me things that like adults shouldn't tell kids. Like
Yeah.
we would talk shit about my aunt. And it was like, she was kind of like, we have a great relationship now. She's like one of my favorite people now, this aunt. But
Yeah.
at the time, she was scary to me. She was like the
Mhm.
hardline, like disciplinarian aunt.
Yes.
And so I was like, is nobody else noticing how horrible this lady is? Well,
Yeah.
my grandpa noticed. So me and him were like bonding over that.
Now, did he bring it up first?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. And now looking back on it, I was like, why was he telling like my grandparents and their kids, they had 5 kids.
Oh, wow.
My grandpa owned bakeries.
Oh.
And my grandma was like the decorator. And so
Okay.
they both worked in these bakeries and they would build up the business.
Like the icing decorator?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
She used to enter like cake decorating competitions and just crush.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
it was very cool. But the messed up thing that they did, I'm doing a lot of this like post-adult work where you look back and realize how messed up your childhood was.
Yes.
They would buy a bakery, build up the business, and then at its peak, sell that bakery and move and buy another bakery.
Oh.
So they moved houses.
They were flipping bakeries.
They were flipping bakeries while flipping houses, because also moving to where their new bakery was.
Yeah.
So my 4 uncles and my mom were the new kids at least every year, if not
God.
sometimes switching schools mid-year.
Brutal.
Yes. None of them capable of lasting friendships.
Yeah.
Like it's just, they didn't know. So,
That makes sense,
Yeah.
though.
but then also because of that, once those kids got to be old enough, they ended up buying a lot of the bakeries. So there was not just familial drama, but there was business drama. Because they were like, my grandpa still lived very close to the bakery that my aunt and uncle had bought from him. And so like they gave him a key.
Interesting.
And money started going missing once. And and I think what it was my grandpa was pissed they would think it would be him after he was like retired.
Oh,
and just like
they thought it was the
and they thought it was my grandpa. It was obviously their, 14-year-old
Yeah,
cashier who
employees.
is like put on her resume she was going to steal money from them. Like,
Yeah.
that's what those kids are there for.
Wait, I can't. But why would they blame her? I mean, him. Why would they blame him?
Unclear. And actually, I might ask him next time I see him. I'm going to a wedding next month.
Yeah,
that
start
they're
some
gonna be
drama at the wedding.
Just be like,
Spice things up a
you
little.
guys didn't really think Grandpa was robbing you, did you?
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, I'm sure I would be willing to bet they don't remember it at all, and it is not something they thought about. But I bet it was now. Again, as we're talking about it right now, I'm realizing my grandpa was probably just pissed about this. And I was there, and he was like, he had to talk about it.
I can vent to this little, how old were you? Like 5?
4? Like younger?
He's like, he won't remember.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. And what were you like, really? Wow.
I had my eyes wide. It was like, if you've seen it, 2001: A Space Odyssey, I was looking at it, I was like, this gossip, it's full of stars. Like, I couldn't believe the truth I was being gifted.
I know, at such a young age. You loved it, though.
I loved it so much. And it did teach me that, like, gossip is how you get close to people.
Yes.
I feel like so many of my friendships, specifically from, like, the comedy community, when I meet or when I start a new improv class, the first 2 or 3 classes, there's one guy who's like, what's this guy doing? What's his deal?
Yeah.
Why is he not in prison?
That's definitely how you bond.
And then,
people.
exactly, there's that moment where the ice breaks and somebody's like, that guy's messed up, right? And you're like, thank you.
Thank God.
Yes.
Finally, somebody said it.
Yes.
I know, I get that. It's kind of like a weird fine line, though, when you're in kind of like a professional environment, though. I have felt like on our team that I've been not doing that because I'm trying to like stay professional, but there's so many, I'm like, which one of them can I talk to about this other person?
Right. Yes.
I'm dying to, but I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I already have a podcast called D is for Drama, and I think everybody thinks I'm a fucking gossip queen anyway, so trying to be professional here. But it's hard.
It's hard. I'm trying really hard to be like, I just read, have you by any chance ever read Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut?
No.
It's my new favorite book.
Oh, really?
It's about this writer, Kurt Vonnegut, one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
It opens with like this used car dealer and this science fiction author. At the end of this book, they're going to meet, and this used car dealer is going to lose control of his brain and commit a horrible act of violence. So it's like a really grim book about people, and it's about like dealing with like, are we just robots? Are we victims of our the chemicals in our brains and our societal conditioning, and do we have any free will?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I didn't love it a lot, and then halfway through you realize it's Kurt Vonnegut terrified that his mother committed suicide, and he's like, is my programming gonna make me commit suicide, and do I have a chance to get out of this?
Oh God.
And it's this fascinating book, and then like once I get that, I was like, I've never been more invested in a story, because it's like this real life man's life is on the line through this story.
Yeah.
But the point he gets to at the end is that we are all robots, but our awareness makes human beings this beautiful, like he calls it an unwavering beam of light. And I love that description so much. All this is to say, when I start thinking about like, this guy in my improv class, he sucks. Why is he talking about sex all the time and sees that I have nothing to do with sex?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, how is he an unwavering beam of light? How can I think of like, he's bringing something to the world that is beautiful, and maybe something has happened to him and he is insecure in this way, and the only way he's ever felt a part of something was when he was funny enough, and the way he was funny enough was by talking about sex. It's doing that work is really hard, and I'm not great at it, but I'm trying to all the time, because then I'll like everybody.
Yes.
As opposed to just realizing this is my one person I can talk to about this.
Well, he was put on the earth to entertain the rest of his improv and have his improv classmates bond with each other.
Yes, actually, I mean, that's a beautiful role to play.
Beautiful role.
Like, you go to heaven, you're talking to St. Peter up at the pearly gates, you're like, I literally made 14 strangers friends. That's my bullet point.
With my ridiculousness.
My sex jokes were that upsetting. They made 14 strangers into friends.
Was it Michael Scott? That's who this sounds like.
I feel like every improv class has a Michael Scott.
For sure.
Yeah, a guy who's just like, what are we doing?
I had this one woman in my class who was older, and she just was just hilarious in an unintentional way. And she was just always like kind of same 3 character rotation kind of thing, and would just implement them into every scene that she could. And then like a year later or something like that, I'm watching the Squid Games reality show. Did you watch that?
No.
It's just like them in Squid Game, but like, they get shot with paint instead of like actually
it.
getting
Okay.
shot. And my friend like sent me the clip. He's like, "You're gonna die." And she goes running and she's the first person to get shot, like just right on the, like the first one out of the game. Boom, with paint.
And was that her? I feel like those improv people are the ones who are stepping out all the time. And they're
Yeah,
always
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're not only bad, but they're not shy.
Yes.
Like the good people are shy. They're
Yeah.
afraid. So I love that she would run out and do it first because that's what she was doing on stage.
Yes, did not know how to freeze to save her life. That's for sure. But we were talking about the other day how we do wish that we got very lucky with our team.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all get along,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's the thing. There's nobody like that I don't like. I like
we don't
all of
have
them.
one of those people
Yeah.
on our team. And so that's why it's like, we need more drama. We
Yeah.
were joking the other day. We need more.
We should see if
We should
Louis
just
C.K.
start
wants to
it.
guest with us one
Yeah. And we can really bond.
Yeah.
No, but we get along. We don't really want more drama because there's other teams that have it.
There's a lot of teams with drama.
Because they do mid-season mix-ups.
Mm-hmm.
If things aren't working or if someone ends up leaving, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get changed at all, except we got a woman, a hilarious
We had
lady
such
at
good
it.
vibes. They took somebody out of a bad situation. They're like, "Sweetie,
Yeah,
you get to go
we
here.
need to
where you're
save you."
safe." Yeah. It was the toy in Toy Story. It's like, oh, your last owner abandoned you. Like,
Yes.
go see Andy. He's
Yeah.
gonna have so much fun playing with you.
Exactly. I know. And we got very lucky. It
Mhm.
seems like she's been there since the beginning,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yep.
And actually, I was worried though, because we'd been getting along so well. So then when I heard that someone new was coming, and I didn't know who it was,
Right.
like before we knew who it was, I was like, oh no, like I feel like we're all vibing.
Mhm.
And then also when I heard, so we have 5 writers, Mikey's one of them, and we have 6 performers. And it's usually 6 and 6,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
And so we only had 2 women writers.
Mhm.
So we thought for sure it would be a female writer.
I thought for sure also.
Yes. But then it ended up being, this is before we found out who it was, but we heard that a woman performer was joining. And I definitely was like,
Well, they're
twitching
chomping at your
out.
apple.
well, yeah, I was just like so nervous. I was like, oh my God. When I found out, my heart was like racing. And I told Net this. I was just like, I was so just like worried about, because women have their own dynamics.
Mhm.
And there can be like an underlying competition in
Right.
like a not friendly way. Like a friendly competition is always great.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was just like, oh no. And I knew that she was really good friends with Lindsay. But
Mhm.
I think it's like really just helped the dynamic
I agree.
too.
I think it's been very fun. Again, you're right. Like I was thinking about this with sitcoms. It feels like you write a pilot and you tailor like your 5 or 6 main characters to
Mhm.
like really fill a role. And it's like a really special show that in season 2 introduces a new character that
Yes.
fits and that you would want in the series finale.
Yes.
Like,
And then you don't even realize that they weren't there from
exactly.
the beginning.
Like, where's Kramer in this episode?
yeah.
And he's just, this
But
is
yeah,
season
he
1,
wasn't
buddy.
in pilot, was he?
He was in the pilot. Who was it? Maybe Elaine?
Elaine
until,
wasn't in the
like,
pilot.
later or something?
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Urkel. Urkel is the most famous one.
Oh,
Family
okay.
Matters was just a family sitcom. And
oh
then
yeah,
they had
he
like
was just the neighbor.
yeah.
And
And then they were
he
like,
became the lead,
We need-
basically.
not only did he become the lead, it became like a science fiction show. They started cloning him. Like-
yeah, you're right. And then wait, remember he had his alter ego?
Stefan.
Stefan.
Ugh.
And he was like weirdly hot.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
It's such a good trope for when you meet somebody and it's like, oh my God, you know how our friend Nick is like actually kind of a weirdo, but he's like cool and we like him?
Mhm.
I met the Stefan version of Nick out
Yeah.
at the club last night. And you can never tell the real Nick that.
No.
You can't know that there's a cooler
better
version of you.
out there. Wait, is that what was it that there was actually somebody else? It was a different person?
I think
or-
on Family Matters it was a science fiction thing. I think he
Yeah,
took
he
a
would, like-
potion
Yeah,
and
okay.
became
And
Stefan.
with just one episode? No, I feel like it was recurring, wasn't it?
That feels right.
I know.
I
used
didn't
to love
watch
that
Family
show.
Matters wasn't one of my nightly
Well, that
watches.
theme song has like become our theme song. But remember
Yeah.
we played it at Lindsay's party and
We
then at
played it-
karaoke.
Yes. It's a jam, dude.
It's a jam. It gets me going. All right. Well, today we are going to be talking about streamer drama. And Mikey has quite the tale to tell us.
I do.
I guess there's a lot of streamer drama, and actually one of my listeners, like maybe this was like over a year ago, but clued me into just that there's a lot out there.
Do you remember who it was they were talking about specifically? Or
I should have looked it up.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry about it.
Maybe it's the same one. She's going to be like, oh, yeah, that was the one I was trying to tell you about a year ago.
Because every once in a while, like a giant story will pop off. And we always say, I talk about it. There's like a community of people who follow these kind of drama streamers. We say that like it's broken containment. It's like people have heard, wait a minute, that guy did what?
Like it's gotten into the zeitgeist.
Yes.
The pop culture.
People who don't normally follow internet freaks are hearing about a thing an internet freak did.
It's kind of like the WNBA. Like I just feel like we now all of a sudden they broke into mainstream.
I think Boogie 2988 is a very good Caitlin Clark.
Yes. Boogie.
There were two main guys I wanted to tell you about. Okay. And I guess I'll ask you which one you'd want to hear first. There's one guy who's maybe got some more specific stories, including one small interaction I had with him.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a guy who I would argue is his story is so big and sprawling, I kind of don't know where to start. I would say he's the worst person in the world who does not belong in jail.
That does not belong in jail.
Like he's just tipped, like everything he does is horrible, but he's never crossed a line into criminality.
Illegal. Activity.
Although a lot of people believe he has, but no confirmed.
Okay, well maybe let's start with the smaller, more specific stories.
It's funny. It's funny you say smaller because we are going to talk about Boogie 2988.
Okay,
and he is morbidly obese.
Oh,
and that is not the biggest part of his story, but that is a part of his story.
Okay.
And I sent you some links there. You can see the first half are Dark Side Phil. That's the other guy we'll talk about eventually, the worst guy who doesn't belong in jail.
Okay.
But then there are some Boogie links also.
Gotcha.
And both of these guys, Boogie and Dark Side Phil, are like original YouTubers.
Okay.
Like getting on the website in like 2008, before you can make money from it, before you can do anything with it. They were just doing it to do it. And I think a lot of that explains why they still have a career today, because they're not good at what they do.
Really?
Yes. But there's such like institutions that like when there were no choices and you wanted to watch somebody on the internet, you had four guys.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Boogie and Dark Side Phil and Smosh and one other, I don't know who else.
And like, I mean, different genre, but like shoes.
Yes.
And you can't text message break up that guy, you know?
I don't remember that guy. No.
He was the same guy as Shoes. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And the cupcake.
Yes.
I
just remember
the song. Muffins.
I just remember the song going, Shiz.
Shiz.
Yeah.
Shiz.
Yeah,
oh my God,
cool.
Shiz. Let's get some Shiz. Kind of creepy though.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing you're going to find out about every streamer. They're all creepy. Yeah. They all have something horrible in their backstory. So
he's a streamer back in the YouTube days, as in like video games?
He was making videos and he was just kind of putting out stuff. And I think for the longest time, the most popular video on YouTube was Fat Guy Falls in a Pool by Boogie 2988.
Oh.
And he's a fat guy and he falls in a pool. It's like a big splash.
Oh my God.
There is nothing interesting or good about this video. But I guess, I don't know, if you've never seen a guy that fat fall into a pool, like then you want to watch that?
Okay, so it wasn't video game specific?
No. He has since gotten video game. He's had a lot of arcs.
39 million views, by the way.
Right.
You could see this at your local pool on a daily basis.
There is no idea to this video.
Yeah.
There is no like filmmaking ability to it.
That's why you got to get on the ground floor.
Yes.
Like, you know, I think we all regret not dancing our little booties off in 2020 on TikTok.
Is there something right now that is the ground floor that we should just like today make an account? Blue Sky, probably.
What's that?
It's Twitter, but nicer.
Oh, I don't know how to
But I would argue the fun of Twitter is that it's so horrible. So like, what's the point? I don't know. I can't think of one.
Lemonade. I keep seeing people like TikTokers being like, join them on Lemonade. Like, what the hell is that?
Okay.
Do you know?
I don't. I've never heard of it. I'm making an account tonight.
Know.
Yeah. And I'm going to fall in a pool.
You're going to start dancing.
Boogie 2988 starts out doing a lot of like sitting at his computer, talking to the camera videos. And he is initially this weird sort of like positive, like let me tell you, folks, if you're going through something, the only way out is through. Keep going and you will get through it.
Toxic positivity.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Glad that you already picked out the toxic part.
Yeah.
But he was very big. He was very famous. He was in a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh.
He won, this is, there are video game awards, and he won like trending gamer at these video game awards. Like, he was beloved.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, during his beloved era, when he's making just little commentary videos, he also had a character that he would do named Francis, who was like the toxic version of video game guys. And he talked with like a little lisp, and he'd be like, I want my Mountain Dew. Where did you spill my Mountain Dew on me? Kind of stuff. And it was at least like an attempt to be funny. Like that was his first step.
Yeah. Doing like a sketch character kind of.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My small little interaction with him was I was writing for Smosh, the comedy website. They did sketch comedy videos, but they also for a long time had like a text blog that I was an editor for.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like taking trending internet stories and getting assigned them by my editor and putting them out. And I don't think anybody was reading them because they were watching the videos instead of going back to the website. But I got assigned a messed up story for a comedy blog. It was like there's a YouTuber who was this little girl who had cancer, but she was also like doing makeup tutorials.
Okay.
And it was this really like sweet, wholesome content that like, you know, was hard to argue with. Like, she was a very sweet kid and her videos were nice. And then she passed away of her cancer.
Yeah.
And my comedy blog editor was like, that's the story we're writing for our audience today. And I was like, okay. I'll find a take.
Make it funny.
I'll find a take. And the take I did end up getting to was, this is an example. Like, I feel like the prevailing understanding of YouTube is that it's full of toxic jerks like this guy. And I had a clip from a Boogie video where he's going, why'd you spill my Mountain Dew?
Oh, okay.
And I was like, but it's so nice to know that there are positive YouTubers out there. And that can be something we can take from this, that like YouTube can be sweet.
Yes.
And all of a sudden my Twitter feed just starts like popping. And my editor like comes out of his office and comes over to me. He's like, I think we did something. Boogie read this article, tweeted about it in this like passive aggressive, like, I don't think I'm that toxic of a YouTuber, but maybe this guy just doesn't get it. And I just like, my mentions are blowing up, and it was like, now knowing how the internet actually works, that I should have been like, this is great. Right. I got to get into a feud with Boogie 2988.
Yeah,
but at the time I was like, sorry, fans of Boogie 2988. I'll fix this.
Because what is this, like 10 years ago or something?
Yeah, this is like probably more even. This is like 2014, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And I start DMing him. I'm like, hey, I'm the guy at Smosh who wrote that article about you. I see now that you're saying that's a character. I like wasn't familiar with your work.
And that's true. You didn't know.
I didn't. I had like seen this video in passing. And so when my brain goes, who are the most toxic YouTubers? This like guy complaining about a video game I'd played and his Mountain Dew popped in my head.
Yes.
And so I was just like, I'm like Googling like angry Mountain Dew gamer guy.
Well, and there
like,
wasn't a lot at the time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I found that video and linked that video. And so as I'm talking to him, he starts responding in like, hey man, I totally understand. No worries. It is a character. I want you to know I actually am a good person. And I want you to know that like, I'm not as good as, Tanya, the girl who had passed away. I was like, I'm not as good as her. Compared to her, I'm a huge piece of shit. But also, like, just know that, like, here's the charity work I do. Here's the stuff I do. And
the lady doth protest too much.
And I literally in text, I was like, whoa, dude, hold on.
Yeah.
As the little green dots or whatever are popping up.
Yeah.
And so I have this long list, and it kind of struck me. I was like, I wonder if this guy is as much of a character, is doing as much of a character as he says he's doing.
As he claims. Oh.
Because
journalism.
It felt toxic. It felt like, but you know I'm a good person, right?
Yeah.
Don't you?
Trying to prove it.
Boogie's on top. He's doing great. He's making infinite money. He's bought a house. He's married. He gets married to a lady. Eventually, he has gastric bypass surgery, and he pays to get his teeth fixed. And he has these insane looking like
veneers.
Like, they're veneers, but they look like they're one tooth going all the way around.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And After the gastric bypass surgery, his wife leaves him
Oh.
because she's like ready to leave, and he's just had this surgery and he kind of can't be alone. So she like stays with him until he's healthy enough to get out.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's what broke him, because
Aw.
then he starts streaming video games and like being cruel to people.
And when you say streaming video games, it's meaning like he's playing them and then, or like on Twitch?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah. So like if you're looking at the screen, like the whole screen is video games and there's one little like window inset that is his face camera.
And Twitch is like you're just watching people play video games.
More or less.
Okay.
It's kind of evolved past that now. It's just like you can stream whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly that's where Twitch started. It was.
And the appeal of that is almost like watching sports.
Yes.
Okay.
And also I would argue a lot of video games are essentially movies. And there are
Right.
some video games that are like very cool, but I don't have time to play through them. So
And it's almost like choose your own adventure movie because it changes, doesn't it, depending on what you do?
not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Like The Last of Us, turned into a TV show.
Oh, it's always the
That
same
was a video game. It was like
storyline.
you still have to fight monsters and like move through the world, but
It'll always get to.
you will always reach the end goal. You'll have the same cutscene with this person. So
Oh, okay.
if you're not good enough at video games, but you still want to see what that story
And
is,
you'll never get there.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm finally starting to
Now you get it.
understand because I was always like, what the hell? I
Yes.
don't get the appeal of watching someone else play a video game when you could just play it. But there's some where the levels are so hard. If you don't have a cheat
Yeah.
code, you can't get there.
or even if just like you're not interested. Like the idea of spending 10 hours replaying The Last of Us before The Last of Us 2 comes out, not super appealing to me. But if I could pop on YouTube and skip around and kind of refresh myself on the story, like
Yeah.
it's a long ask to say like experience the story. Even like short video games that like video game players hate because they're too short. It's like it's only 10 hours long.
Oh.
And it's like, man, you can watch 5 movies in that time.
Right.
And movies feel long. I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
time for
yeah.
movies.
Okay, so people play the video game for the story
Yes.
sometimes. Well, then there's also people too that can't afford video games.
They
That
also can't
watch
afford
that
it,
way
yeah.
too, right?
If you're just like interested, if you're they cost $60 to $80.
Yeah,
So it's
they're
like
not
if you're like that
cheap.
game seems cool, but
Plus the
how would I know?
console itself, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you're already 500 deep.
Yeah,
Video games are crazy.
I know. I liked them back in the day. I used to play back in the day.
What did you play?
Crash Bandicoot,
Oh.
Zelda.
Oh, Zelda's great. The Crash Bandicoot guys are the ones who went on to make The Last of Us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was my favorite one, Crash
good one.
Bandicoot. And then I guess we had the like Mario Racing one. I
Oh,
feel
sure,
like we
Mario
had
Kart.
That one. Yeah, Mario Kart. Those are probably. Oh, who's the pink like floaty?
Kirby.
Yeah. I had a Game Boy and I
Kirby
played
rocks,
Zelda
dude.
and Kirby on those. Sometimes I'm like, can I get an old Game Boy somewhere? I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah.
They don't make them anymore, do they?
They don't. All those games are available on the current Nintendo Switch. So if you
Oh,
bought
okay.
that,
Max has a Nintendo Switch, actually. Maybe I should test it out.
they have
That could
the
be fun.
old Game Boy apps are just there. Like you
Yeah.
have to subscribe to that. It's like $20 a year.
Oh, wow.
So you got that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they just like you get an app and it's got like 18 Game Boy games on there.
Okay, fine.
Bunch of Kirby's.
Because I feel like it's like good for your brain, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've read that. Alzheimer's patients.
Yes.
You play Mario 64, you learn the layout of a castle, you're engaging parts of your brain that
Yeah.
need to get strengthened.
I know. Maybe I should do that because all the scrolling.
The scrolling doesn't help.
No.
That's the opposite.
Okay. So now that we have the understanding of Twitch, so
Mhm.
he would stream.
He's streaming. He's, again, initially considered the Mr. Rogers of YouTube.
Oh, right.
People were talking about what a sweet guy and, he's got this great big body, but he doesn't let him get it down. And
Yeah.
And he has one of, I think, the most pathetic videos, and I linked it to you on that
Okay.
sheet. It's like Boogie crying about his mom at his mom's house.
Oh gosh, wait. This is also not even the house; it's a cemetery. He's visiting his mom's crypt.
Yes.
That's even weirder.
That's crazy. I always thought it was his house. Yeah, you're right.
Because that's other people there. So.
Mhm.
And who's filming this?
His friend.
I know the last time we talked, I was on disability. I was damn near 600 pounds.
It's like sympathy, like
I was stuck in that
pandering kind of.
miserable apartment.
This is it.
No hope of making money. But you remember that YouTube video I filmed of you? Thousands of people seen it, tens of thousands. And I know you're embarrassed, but they love you because you gave birth to me. And I know this won't make too much sense to you, but 4.5 million people have watched my videos. 1 billion views almost, Mom. 1 billion.
My God.
1 billion video watches. Can you imagine? And just 2 days ago, I was in Pennsylvania at a convention that I was headlining, and people stood in line to shake my hand.
Oh my God, I'm cringing.
And Mom, people said I've saved their lives.
So it's about that.
It's like, I understand having that emotional moment with your mom, like you're talking to your mother's ghost. Like I talk to my grandparents.
Me too.
Sometimes, but to film it just seems very performative.
It's so performative. I love the numbers. As though he's like pitching to a stock investor. He's like, we have reached 4.5 million views.
Yeah.
4.5. Like, that's so embarrassing.
Specific.
The crying, I feel very fake.
Crocodile.
I feel like that's a very fake cry.
Yeah.
I would have not put this video out myself. And that's something you have to think about with these internet maniacs. Why are they putting these videos out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can stop at any time. Because something that Boogie is about to find out a lot about is that once you cross some threshold from beloved YouTuber to what we in the community refer to as lol cows,
Okay.
you get trolled.
Wait, lol cows. Oh, like you're not putting out content?
You milk them for lols.
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 Oh, okay. Yeah.
So once you start getting trolled, the response is slight humility, laugh at yourself, or just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
And folks like Boogie are incapable of ignoring it.
Yeah.
They will crash out.
And probably incapable of laughing at themselves.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
So as Boogie starts going on Twitch and doing more and more live streaming, he used to do videos. So he's editing and controlling what's happening. On live stream, it's kind of just him.
Wait, and do those live streams stay permanently somewhere?
I'm not sure how it works on Twitch. I think Twitch deletes them after a certain amount of time. All of the famous ones get screen recorded or downloaded by people and then re-uploaded. So a lot of times, if they do something embarrassing on stream, they'll erase it right away. But it's always been captured.
Is always,
Somebody's got it.
Well, it's the same with like TikTok lives.
Yes.
Like you can always.
Exactly.
There's someone out there that's like, well, I'm recording in case something juicy happens, which is psychotic.
Yes.
Are your parents divorced?
Are your parents divorced?
It's fishing out, bro.
Are your parents still alive by chance?
Here we go. Yeah, they are.
And are your parents still together?
No.
Okay, all right. So maybe I should take a point then.
What?
Well, if your parents aren't together, then you probably come from the broken home. You're probably gonna get real angry when you start losing. So.
I won last game, but that was my first game on.
All right. Well, maybe you just learned how to channel that anger.
Wait, what did he say?
My parents died.
I've never been more embarrassed for a person.
Okay, so he's saying that your parents are divorced, so I'll go easier on you.
So it's like a team-based game. So he's like, I'll take the lead because you don't have the emotional control because your parents are divorced.
No.
That's mean.
That's
and
so mean.
Arbitrary? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, what are you doing?
And also, if you're using that logic, like your parents aren't alive. So if you're using that logic,
Right.
you're probably even more
Yeah, you're probably more angry at the world.
Yeah.
when that happens.
That's so weird. So is that just a question he asks people?
He asked it that time. That was one of the first moments that I realized, like, oh, this guy has got something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something. And so when people start trolling him, and they do, they start sending pizzas to his house. They start, he at some point gets swatted. Do you know about getting swatted?
Yes, where they like say that there's illegal activity or something.
Well, they say that, like, I just killed my wife and I'm about to kill myself and my son.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
so that
yeah.
they have to send the SWAT team.
I can't believe a whole ass SWAT team.
Yes. And it's like crazy dangerous and not good.
Wait, the pizza thing sounds nice though.
Pizza thing, well, he didn't order it. So he just has to open the door. It's like the pizza chain gets hurt. You know what I mean? So he just opens the door and he's like, I didn't order this.
Oh, and
he
then
got pranked.
And then,
yeah.
Oh, this is like back when you don't pay ahead of time.
Right.
I mean, at that point, I'd be like, all right, I'll just pay for it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
For
Pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Great. I thought they were like sending him free pizza. Like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's a tip.
You guys can do that at any time, okay?
I'll take a pizza.
Yeah. Well, last night we were looking for that pizza. We went
really?
to a party.
That's true. That's true.
We were on the hunt.
Yeah. There were 2 pizzas for a party of 45 people.
I know. I didn't get any.
And I took
got the
2
last
pieces
2
and I
pieces.
fired. I had to fight through a crowd.
Yeah.
So Boogie has what we in pro wrestling would call a heel turn.
Oh, okay.
He suddenly becomes hated and people start messing with him and getting him to crash out. And when he gets angry, he starts looping.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very funny to me. There is this example of him on a live stream. I don't think I grabbed a clip of it. Another streamer is pressing him about something. He's like, well, Boogie, you said this. And he just goes, I never did. I never did. I never did. And they're like, can we talk? He's like, I never did. He just like gets stuck in a loop and he shouts it again and again. And it's very funny.
Why does he get stuck in a loop? Like, is it a mental thing?
It is. Well, what's tough about Boogie is he is A, an enormous liar, but B, does have some mental health issues.
Yeah.
But whenever he does something messed up, he's like, yeah, of course I did something messed up. I have mental health issues. How can you be mad at me?
Always blames
so it's
it.
sympathy again.
Mm.
He does a lot of things where he'll like test drive a Tesla when Teslas were like brand new and put out the video and then return it because he doesn't have enough money. He's also very bad at money. That's the other funny thing.
I know. I was going to say, he seems like he'd be rich.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
He is not.
He's not. Oh, so he'd pretend he bought it?
Yes. So there's like this saga that like I'm not super familiar with where like he's still to this day, if somebody's like, yeah, Boogie, you lied about having a Tesla. He's like, you idiot. I never lied about that. And then you can go find the clips of him lying about that.
See, that's the thing about having a digital footprint, you guys. You can't lie.
You gotta stop lying.
Yeah.
Like the people who lie on stream are like, I don't think it's in their control anymore.
Yeah, it's pathological.
Because they should know it's going to get called out.
You have to keep track of your lies.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I've tried it.
Okay, so do you want to talk about Boogie's best and craziest lie?
Of course.
Okay, this is my favorite Boogie thing. This is maybe my favorite internet story that's ever happened.
Okay.
Boogie at various times has been so out of money that he will go to his audience and beg for money.
Oh my God. Wait, there's a recent influencer that's been doing that. The very demure, very mindful. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
Jute, or is Jute her name?
I've heard of the very demure, very mindful. Are they begging?
Yeah, they had an issue with their teeth and they were asking, Jules is her name, and they were asking for money to get their teeth fixed. And they have like 2.whatever million followers.
Yeah.
And they made a GoFundMe.
Okay. We're stepping a little bit into dark side Phil territory because the other guy I want to tell you about,
yes.
his thing is begging.
Oh, okay.
In shocking ways.
Uh-huh.
But Boogie does it a little bit every once in a while. And it might not have even happened for real. First of all, he got into crypto. And he did a video where he says, well, I'm rich. I'm never going to have to work again. And then like 6 months later, he's like, guys, I made a mistake. I need
Crypto is gambling, you guys.
Crypto is gambling.
I mean, I know somebody who is legitimately addicted to it. Yeah. Lost hundreds of thousands on it.
That's scary.
Like made 7 figures and like then like by selling a company and then went and blew almost all of it in crypto, like hoping to double it. It's gambling.
That's gambling.
It's a gambling addiction
That's tough.
disguised as like stock.
What are your thoughts on this? I think I'm about to say something that might be cruel.
Okay.
I feel like if I had to have an addiction, gambling might be it.
Would be the one.
Well, because I just feel like if I'm addicted to
Um,
alcohol or food, I'm going to take in my addiction a lot and get nothing out of it besides a worse body and mind.
Mm.
Like gambling, you at least have a chance. I guess the idea is that you could ever stop, so you really don't get any of those winnings, right?
I think gambling. I understand what you're saying, but also the amount of emotional turmoil you go through by losing all that money, and you're lying a lot, and you could ruin not just your life but like your family's,
true.
especially once you have a family. I have a friend that's dad has a really bad gambling addiction, and I mean it's costed them everything.
I guess it's different tracks of horror.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to worry about losing more memories because you're blackout drunk all the time, but you do have to worry about losing your house. So it's like, which one's worse? I don't know. They're all pretty bad.
I know,
Yeah.
they're all horrible. I
Okay.
mean, and then the food one is terrible too, because the food one sucks because we as human beings have to eat.
Can't go cold turkey.
You can't. It's not like drinking or drugs where you could do that. So
See, this is why it's good to have a thought, examine it a little.
Yes.
I was like, I'm glad I didn't confidently say gambling's the best addiction, because it's like, no, that's
I know
horrifying.
what you mean.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I feel like I've probably had that thought in the past. I think if you have a lot of money and you're responsible with your
Yeah.
gambling addiction, and you give yourself, if you have a shit ton of money and you give yourself an allotted amount that you
Yeah.
can play with,
That's fun.
then go all in.
I go all in.
Go
Play
all
with
in on
that and
Raz.
then throw your car keys on the poker table. Okay. Boogie has started to beg. It comes after the cryptocurrency thing, which is very funny to me. He's like, guys, I made this video. I said I'd never have to make money again. I was wrong.
But
Whoops. If you wanted to buy a shirt, if you wanted to send me a PayPal, if you wanted to tip me, $1 is great. $2 is great.
oh my God.
Embarrassing. And I don't know the timeline on this super well, so I don't remember how far from this video is to the next video. But
And at this point, he has like millions of viewers, or Twitch maybe.
yes,
hundreds
he
of thousands.
at least has 4 million YouTube subscribers.
Because I mean, yeah, if everyone gives him $1,
Exactly. That would be great.
that actually is so nice.
Wouldn't that be nice?
$1 and you
Just
get 4
$1.
million.
We all chip in. Again, we're foreshadowing this a little bit, but that's what
Yeah.
Dark Side Phil is all about.
Oh,
We have 20,000 people on this stream and I can't get $150? Very fun.
really? Okay, can't
He's the worst
wait.
guy. At some point, Boogie makes a video announcing that he has cancer, a rare form of blood cancer called
Convenient.
polycythemia vera. He ends up starting a podcast with another lolcow named Wings of Redemption, who's not that funny. He's another like super overweight guy who's said some messed up things, but for the most part is just like a Southern guy who likes his trucks and likes his guns and like whatever.
Oh, okay.
Pretty normal dude, but also has crossed that line into like he's got a whole community of people who mess with him. Boogie and Wings of Redemption start a podcast with this guy Keemstar. Are you aware of Keemstar?
No.
You might like Keemstar. I mean, he's one of
Okay.
history's worst villains, but
Oh,
he got famous on the internet for doing a show called Drama Alert, where
okay.
he was covering internet drama.
Oh.
But he is pretty malicious. He would like maybe not necessarily stage things, but certainly could funnel things in a certain direction to make interesting drama stories happen. And
Gotcha.
also
like exploiting the
yes,
stories or his
like
guests.
cruel to these people.
Right.
I think something that like I really like about following the parts of this community, following Boogie and following Darkside Phil that I do like. It's like I need the guys who do commentary and cover him to not ever interact with him. Like they have this phrase, it's like, don't touch the poop because then you get the poop on you. Like
yeah.
let him be a weird freak and watch what he's doing and laugh at him, but don't ever harm him hoping to get more things.
Yes.
People do that. Plenty of people do that. And it's not ideal.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's very funny.
Yeah.
But I think it's also kind of interesting. You have to find your own moral line. Like I think swatting is horrifying.
Yes.
I think sending pizza is not nice.
I mean, I honestly think getting involved at all with like, I mean, it's one thing to have a friendly rapport. I have a friendly rapport with a lot of my listeners.
Mhm.
and like we'll discuss the stories or talk about XYZ. But to just get involved in these parasocial relationships where you're actually like affecting their lives or vice versa is just very strange behavior.
And it ends up cultivating the wrong kind of audience. The people who desperately need a person who berates them for money while they play video games.
Yes.
Like, that's not a good friend.
No.
Probably if you had a regular friend in your real life,
they would never
say,
use you like that.
Could you stop? Could you stop hanging out with this guy? He's one of history's great maniacs.
Yeah. Well, wait, did it work when before cancer happened and with the crypto thing? Did it work? Did he get money? I mean, he must have gotten some.
I don't know. I think so. I think he does this thing where, again, he's always lying and he's always sympathy baiting. So it's hard to tell what is true. But the worry was he was going to lose his house, and he never lost his house.
Yeah.
To this day, he still has the house.
I mean, there's definitely people that had to have given money.
Yeah, I have to imagine. Yeah, just with a sample size of 4 million people.
Yeah.
Like, he starts this new podcast with Wings of Redemption and Keemstar.
Okay.
Keemstar is like organizing lolcows and making podcasts with, what if we get a bunch of lolcows together? He wanted to get Boogie and Wings of Redemption and Darkside Phil together. And I wanted it so bad. But even Keemstar, who is, again, a maniac, was just like, Darkside Phil's too hard to work with. I can't deal with this guy.
Okay. And they were going to do a podcast.
Yes. But they ended up getting just Boogie and Wings, and then this other guy, Tommy C., who I don't know super well and seems fine. Boogie, the arc of it is Boogie does like a crypto rug pull scheme on his audience. Do you know about these?
No.
Hawk to a Lady just did one not too long ago, and that's kind of what got her in big trouble.
Okay.
It's something like a crypto company will reach out to these influencers, say, we're going to give you $10,000, you make a video, and that's all you got to do. And what happens is the price of the crypto gets driven up. The owners of the crypto sell it right there. So all the people who bought it, it goes immediately worthless.
Oh.
And they make a ton of money, and then it's
a scam.
It's a scam. And it is selling out your fans. Like, what could be more short-sighted?
Horrible.
Yes.
I mean, I guess they're just led astray.
Yes.
Hopefully.
That was Hawk to a Girl's explanation.
Stance, yeah.
She's like, I don't know. They came to me. They said, make a video.
10K?
I've made videos for makeup brands, and it was fine. But it's like, well, here's what happened.
You have to do your research. Does she not have a team?
I can't imagine. She was walking the street.
She must,
She was walking the street, and then she got a podcast.
She must have a team.
Yeah. Maybe the team is what brought it to her.
Yeah.
Team's corrupt.
That's true.
Boogie does something like this. He makes he does a crypto scam, and he goes on this guy's podcast named CoffeeZilla, who like understands crypto and is like kind of laying out for him like, this is what you did.
There's so many quote unquote famous people in the world that
I
I don't know anything about.
They all have their own corners.
Yeah.
So, and then that's what's so funny about these weird lolcows is like they start crossing different paths with different people, and all of a sudden I'm learning about crypto for the first time in my life because of what Boogie did.
Yes.
And so what CoffeeZilla's point was you screwed your fans in this way. Would you be willing to give back the $10,000 they gave you? And he was like, no, I can't do that. I got medical bills. You know, I've got cancer. You don't understand what this medicine is this expensive and it's horrifying and etc.
Yeah.
So CoffeeZilla's like, okay, that's kind of messed up. As he's like signing off the podcast, he says like, hey, Boogie, you know, I hope you get better. I hope it works out for you. I hope things go well for you. And Boogie says something along the lines of, well, it's cancer, man. You don't really get better from it.
Okay.
Which
it's just
is not the
factually
case.
incorrect.
Not the case.
I guess for some people,
Yes.
sure, but not everyone.
There are cancer survivors. They have their own
tons.
name.
Right.
This earns the attention of a streamer called Destiny. Do you know Destiny?
I'm not gonna know any, but
There are all these people that are like so big. Like when Destiny comes on LolCow Live to talk to Boogie, I was like, oh my God, they got Destiny.
No way.
I can't believe it. Destiny's like a video game streamer who's very, very big. He's probably the biggest video game streamer.
Oh, it's a guy.
It's a guy.
Okay.
He's also a weird freak unto himself, got a lot of weird sex stuff. God
Oh,
bless him.
okay.
I want to be clear. I don't support any of these people.
I know. I'm scared.
I hate all of them. I know a lot of things they do.
You just can't look away.
And I can't look away.
And you're watching them on Twitch, or
I watch
staying
a
up
lot
with
of
the
like
drama?
YouTube clippers.
Okay,
Like, because they're doing these long streams. I can't sit through all of them. I just want to see the specific funny things.
Right.
Destiny comes on Lolcow Live, and I know I've got a clip of this.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing that's ever happened. Let's see. It's probably something about Destiny Cancer confrontation.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, juicy.
Boogie, 2488, you are being confronted tonight.
Go
I
ahead.
am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bull.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well,
Can
then
you
why
explain?
would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you had received a diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep.
And
So I think
we are confirming it with the biopsy because I'm wanting to do that, because I'm praying to God I don't have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million chance that they're wrong, and there's another reason I have the hormone imbalances in my blood.
Yeah. Why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer that you don't have cancer?
Because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin, and the hormone markers in my blood. And it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And so he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive, so they decided to forego it. I would like to still get it done because I am hopeful, I am praying that there's a merciful God of the world that would be willing to let this be wrong, even though it most certainly is not.
So why are you talking about expensive cancer treatments if they don't even know if you have cancer? That nothing has been.
They're treating it, dipshit. Because they've been treating it for 2 years.
How are they treating it, Boogie?
Blood test, blood thinners, bloodletting, medications. They're trying to get my weight down. I'm seeing the doctor every 3 months. I'm doing blood tests every month. We're doing it.
Mind you, he's sitting here with a whole head of hair.
Yes.
Is he not doing chemo? Was he not pretending he was doing chemo?
He has, my understanding is he has a form of cancer that is, even if he truly has it, which we'll come to find out he does not.
Oh,
He wouldn't have to go through that. It's like a lot of the treatments are the same exact treatment for polycythemia, not vera.
Okay.
So it's like,
It's scientific term.
yes, it is. It's just so funny. What we think happened was that Boogie was told, you have polycythemia. Your blood is thick. It's a blood cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Your blood is thick. Polycythemia vera is the cancerous version of that.
Okay.
Polycythemia regular, you get from horrible diet and not sleeping well.
Okay.
Like everything you've ever done in your life.
Right.
Destiny there will go on to say, first of all, it's crazy. Destiny is a guy who plays video games on the internet. I don't know why he just
Yeah, how
dove
did
into the
he-
medical research. That was funny.
I know. How did he? I mean, did he just hear from fans or something?
I guess he just, well, okay. That's why the CoffeeZilla thing was so important because Destiny heard him say like, well, it's cancer. You don't get better from that. And Destiny was like,
Oh, right.
what? Yes, you do. And that's when he got mad. And then he started researching just on his own. He has the resources to have like a research team, I imagine. He's got
Yeah.
one guy in the room with him there in that video.
And so he just called him out while all four of them were on
Yes.
live.
But he also has all these clips of Boogie saying like, because of my polycythemia vera, my doctor has recommended this sleep study. And Destiny's like, they don't recommend that for polycythemia vera. They recommend that for polycythemia.
Polycythemia.
And then they start going down this path of like, Boogie, if you faked cancer First of all, that's what you use to justify your crypto rug pull on your audience. Second of all, that's an evil thing.
Yeah.
You have told people you have cancer and you don't have cancer.
Yes.
You can prove it to us that you do have cancer with your medical portal, right? On your phone, you can just pull up your records and it'll show the diagnosis. And he's like, I'm not going to show you my medical records.
Yeah. He pulls out the HIPAA card.
He pulls out the HIPAA card.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, it's very easy to censor like everything else. You can just show the one diagnosis, polycythemia vera. And Boogie's got his phone while he's on camera and he's like, I'm looking at it right now and I'm never going to send it. I'm not sending it. I'm going to hold it.
Wait, does
till
this
my
happen
grave.
in this clip?
It happens. I think it's the next link. Check the next link and see if it's going to the grave with
Confirmation?
medical records.
Going to his grave.
They have since in this call, I don't know if Destiny's still on there, but they've added a guy named Mr. Medicare, who is another internet troll who, again, has his own problems. This guy literally has terminal cancer.
Oh.
And he went through this where people were like accusing him of faking it. And he's like, I know how to show my medical records in a way that proves I have cancer.
Right. I mean, if you're getting like accused, you want to clear your name in any way you can. So if you're not proving it, then obviously you're lying.
Right.
This is the same call though, right?
This is it's within the same couple of days. They do long streams.
It's that one. I am going to have one, when I leave this fucking internet, I'm going to have one goddamn thing I kept to myself. One goddamn
Everyone's
thing,
like-
and that's my goddamn medical records. And I don't want one of you motherfuckers feeling sorry for me. I don't give a
Yeah, you do.
okay?
As
You
Mike
hate
just
me
got
as much
quiet.
as you fucking want. But that's I'm taking one goddamn thing with me. And this is a decision I made when Jackson Clark demanded this 2 fucking years ago. And
Turn
it's
your
a
mic
decision
up.
I'm fucking sticking to here 2 years
I don't know
later.
who Jackson Clark is.
I don't even know if
Moist
I'm getting his
Critical.
name right. It's fucking Moist Critical's butt buddy. I don't know.
Why do you keep
They do
calling
a
him
podcast
Jackson
there.
Clark?
I don't know his real name. What is it?
I don't know who the that is. No one knows.
I literally don't know who we're talking about.
It's some guy.
That's referencing a year earlier. Keemstar put together in London a YouTuber boxing event, and he had Boogie and Wings box each other.
Oh.
And it was like a sanctioned boxing match. So therefore, Keemstar does have Boogie's medical records. And he was like, wait a minute, how did they clear you to fight if you have cancer?
Oh, yeah.
What starts happening is, you'll remember, Boogie says, $10,000, I can't give that back.
Mhm.
I have all these medical bills.
Right.
All these other streamers start coming in. Destiny ends his initial conversation with, Boogie, if you show us your medical records, and like just the specific part confirming polycythemia vera,
Yeah.
I personally pledge $5,000 to you.
Yeah.
Other streamers start jumping in. I'll pledge 10,000. I'll pledge 5,000.
Oh my God.
It gets up to like $50,000.
Wait, I'm seeing this top comment here that says Boogie scamming his fans for 10K only to refuse 75K to privately send the screenshot is
Yes.
wild.
It gets up to 75K.
Oh my God. And he won't do it.
He won't do it because he's lying.
Because you're lying. Oh my God, this is kind of like Laura Owens. I did an episode a couple months ago, I guess, about the woman who faked a pregnancy
Oh,
and wouldn't show her medical records. Like, it was very reminiscent of this.
yeah. I think that if you are like, why I knew he was lying immediately,
Mhm.
even though I kind of couldn't believe it because it is a crazy heighten to
Yeah.
lie about having cancer.
Yes.
But it was like, if you were concerned with privacy, you wouldn't have made a YouTube video about it. Like, the
Right.
medical records don't tell us anything that theoretically we all don't already know.
Right.
So you're not maintaining any hint of privacy
Mm-mm.
by keeping that quiet. So why are we keeping it quiet? Because
Right.
it can't exist. It just can't
I
exist.
feel like the best way for him to have played that, and I mean, maybe that wasn't even true either, but if he actually did have the version of it that wasn't cancer,
Mhm.
did he? No.
It sounds like he does.
So if I was him, I would just play dumb and be like, oh, I legitimately thought that it was this, and I guess I just got it wrong this whole time.
Once he is forced to admit what happened, that is the angle he takes.
Oh, okay. I jumped ahead. Okay,
Yes.
so he gets forced to
He
admit
gets
it.
forced into it. I couldn't find a good clip of him looping, but he has a lot of very funny crash outs during this. I never will show him. I'll never show him. I will take these to my grave. I'll take them
Yeah.
to my grave. I won't do it. I won't do it. And then they're like, Boogie, you said you had cancer. I never did. Like he gets back into
So
his.
now he's denying that he ever even said he had cancer.
He probably did. He probably didn't deny that. That
Oh,
might have been
okay.
hyperbole.
Yeah.
But he ends up getting forced into it and
Forced into telling the
into
truth.
telling the truth.
Okay.
And what he has to do is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What?
He has to send Keemstar his gold YouTube play button that they don't send streamers anymore. But if you get 1 million subs, you get a play button. And he had to send it to Keemstar, and they were going to auction it off for a children's cancer charity.
Hell
Yeah.
No
That was
way. So Keemstar and the other guys were like, okay, this is what you have to do then, basically.
Yes.
Like this is your
That is kind of
punishment.
that's sort of the premise of Lolcow Live is like as these Lolcows do crazy things, they are forced to face punishments. So Wings of Redemption one time had to sit in like a kid's pool and take a bath in Pepsi. Like it's a lot of it really is the heightening of the sideshow aspect of these characters. There is like a freak show kind of like I gotta pay and watch and see this crazy guy who's on one end of humanity and doing things that I can't believe. But then the next level is we have to poke at them, and Lolcow Live sucks because of that. It's very fake. It's not very fun, but every once in a while, the funnest thing that's ever happened occurs on it, and Boogie fakes cancer.
And so he actually was just like, all right, fine.
He eventually starts saying like, yeah, I didn't have it. And they're like, so all that talk about you were looking at your phone and looking at it right then. He's like, yeah, I didn't have it.
Oh, so he fully comes clean.
And he does have I did grab a clip admitting to faking cancer. I don't know if it's the actual like moment, but it is him talking about like what happened.
All for just 10K.
Yes, but like he had been lying about it already. It was more for like
sympathy,
overall sympathy.
Okay, so it was barely even for the money. It was just because
his brain is broken in that way, and he needs people to know he's a good person and feel bad for him.
Which is all going back to the way he responded to you.
Exactly. Wow.
Full circle.
Foresight? Is that what it's called?
Foresight, I guess. I think. All right, let's watch this one.
The point that I'm making is Boogie faked cancer. I did. I faked cancer. There are worse things to fake.
Which is what? Give me one example that's worse than that.
Well, okay. So I mentioned to you, I did have something I was going to ask you.
Oh, yes.
If that's the worst, or if this thing this other guy did the worst.
Okay.
So if you want to start getting into the other guy,
yes,
we can, because I think faking cancer for years is wild.
Yeah.
Something that Darkside Phil did that is underreported. And I think it's because people probably think he's lying about it. But assuming he's not, I think is worse.
Well, before we get into that,
yes.
My listeners know this. I've admitted this. This was on my old podcast, but I used to have a little spout of Munchausen's as a kid.
Oh, really?
And I would always, kind of more typical stuff where I would like wear crutches to the grocery store and I would roll around on my grandma's.
Okay.
I would wear it was always my grandma's stuff. I would wear, in kindergarten, I wore my her brace on my right or my left wrist, and then the next day I would sneak it in my backpack and then put it on as I was going from the bus too.
Oh.
And then I would accidentally put it on my right one, and then my teacher would call my mom and be like, "Hey," and my mom would be like, oh, "It's not."
Was your teacher the streamer Destiny?
Yeah, calling me out. But then my worst crime was freshman year of high school. So I was 14.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Performing Arts High School, and there was this one day out of the year that was where you would, it was almost like a show and tell, and you would bring something in that meant a lot to you.
Okay.
And tell a traumatic story that happened to you, or something that meant a lot to you. And so all the upperclassmen were that day really bonded all of us. It's very whatever. So I was I guess I have to have a good story. And nothing in my life was bad. I had an amazing childhood. I had all my grandparents. I'd never even lost a grandparent.
Yeah.
And so I come in and I bring this box of childhood memories from my best friend, who actually did move away at that time, and I really did miss her. Like, I could have just told that story, but I told the story that she got into a car crash and died.
Whoa. That's wild.
And the waterworks turned on. It was like a Meisner activity. Like, I was fully in it.
Did you ever get
And-
found out? Did anybody?
No, never. And I didn't have the foresight to like realize like, okay, these are going to be my friends for the next 4 years. That means I'm going to have to keep up this lie.
Yeah. What friend who died? Oh, yeah. The friend. Yeah.
And anytime it would like, there was like 1 or 2 times that it casually got brought up after that. And I would have to like quickly derail the conversation.
Okay.
And-
Well, so I'm interested. Do you remember like what the feelings were that you were getting from telling that? Like, do you know what you were looking for?
Well, I think I was, the hype of this day was like, oh, it was really gonna bond everyone, and you should tell. Like, I think, which is why I found acting, because I oftentimes would embellish and like, I almost wanted more drama in my life.
Okay.
Like I wanted
I get it.
the attention
Yeah.
of like losing somebody or having a broken arm or getting glasses, or like I loved when I had to get braces because like I wanted that attention.
Interesting.
Thank God I grew out of that. But and then I think
so
it was
you say.
So I say.
I think
Maybe
it's
I'm
fun to
just
have a
lying
friend who's
about-
like, maybe they're lying about some things.
Maybe I'm
and you
lying
just
about
gotta
everything.
you just gotta keep on your toes.
Keep you on your toes. Well, there's another episode that a few months ago where I admit to a lie that snowballed. But you guys you've already listened. You can catch it another time.
I'll catch it.
That was an insecurity thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't a.
Well, that's because I was like, I feel like I remember in college, I was Dr. House for Halloween,
Mm-mm.
and he had a cane that he was walking around with.
Oh yeah.
And then for a couple days after, I kept using the cane, just because like I was like, yeah, it was an easy costume because I really did hurt my ankle, but I just liked that people were like holding doors for me and. And then I did have a friend who sat me down. He's like, "This is messed up. You have to stop." And I was like, "You're right. You're right." That's not true. I fought him for a couple of days, and then I said, "You're right. You're right."
I'm dying. Your friend had to have an intervention about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was not stoked.
Oh, I feel seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why we're in the entertainment industry.
Yeah. Oh, we got a hole in our heart and we need people to notice us. And that's good.
All right. Well, we'll hear about Dark Side Danny in the next episode, and you guys can come back and see whose side we are on.
Okay.
So I'll put this into the show notes and come back next week. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can't spell drama without D.